Hi, everyone. First Alert Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi here with your Thursday morning First Alert Weather Extra. We have a lot of heat out there today. It is a First Alert weather day for heat and humidity, which will make the feels like temperatures quite warm. Today we're looking at those mid-80s, but our First Alert weather day for tomorrow is for an even more impactful day of heat and humidity, with some feels like temperatures possibly approaching and maybe even exceeding the century mark. It's all going to depend on the timing and the exact timing of a cold front, which is also set to bring in some strong thunderstorms tomorrow. So a lot to get to because there's even another First Alert weather day for one of our weekend days. Plenty to get through. Let's take a live look outside, though, at some of our cameras here. This is in Old Saybrook. Today's the day you're going to want to be either on a boat or down along the shoreline where it's a little bit cooler. Still a warm day, just not as hot as our inland communities. New Haven looks really good there as we take a live look across the New Haven area, across the Yale campus. The temperature right now is 76 degrees. Winds there out of the south-southwest at 11. And in Hartford, 72. We had some clouds this morning, but those have since come to an end. And we're looking at mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day today. Windsor Locks, 71 mild degrees with a touch of humidity out there as well. But as mentioned, today is a First Alert weather day for the heat and the humidity. We're talking feels like temperatures, say 90 to 95, which we'd expect this in July. Certainly, you'll need to take note, though, if you're outdoors or you have any plans later on this afternoon. Just take frequent breaks and say seek AC when you can in the shade. But it's really tomorrow. I mean, when you compare the 2 days, tomorrow's more on that dangerous category because we could see some heat index values approaching 100 degrees, if not higher. And then the threat for some afternoon thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to locally severe, could really cause some issues in terms of any outdoor plans or any travel. Once again, that's for your Friday. The heat advisory, that's for both today and tomorrow, but the heat index today still, it's up there, 90 to 95, but tomorrow is when it's 95 to near 100, if not higher. Litchfield County not included in that, and southern New London County, but still expect very warm temperatures all across the state. Temperatures right now, they're up from where they were this time yesterday by anywhere from 2 to 10 degrees. Giving us readings at this hour in the upper 60s and lower to even middle 70s already. So temperatures are climbing quickly. We're not seeing that refreshing air like we've seen the past few mornings when we had 50s, even a couple mornings ago, a couple 40s in the hill towns. Yeah, nothing like that now with all these 70s and still a few 60s, but everybody climbs very quickly out of any 60s and even out of the 70s over the next couple of hours. Your wind speeds are out of the south and southwest, 3 to 16 miles per hour. These are sustained winds, too, and they're helping to bring in more moisture. So even those comfortable dew points that we had for the past few days, well, those are gone, too, and they're being replaced by dew points in the mid-60s, even some upper 60s. But by tomorrow, dew points at oppressive levels in the 70s. That'll fuel some thunderstorms on your Friday. Right now, though, First Alert Live Radar scans the state dry. It will today, and to start tomorrow, changes come in, say, anytime after noon on your Friday. But heading to the beach today, it looks good. We have our high tide coming in about the next, say, hour and a half in New London, closer towards 11:30 in New Haven. UV index is a 9, so make sure you continue to apply that sunscreen. Water temperature in Long Island Sound right now is 73 degrees. Satellite and radar across the northeast looks completely fine right now, but there's a cold front well off to the north and west. That's going to change things up in a very big way for tomorrow. So we're going to notice first our dew points continue to climb into the, say, 70 or higher range. Then it drops behind that cold front comfortable on Saturday, looking at those, say, 50s to near 60 in terms of a dew point. That's very pleasant. And then another spike expected by Sunday, and that's another chance for some thunderstorms by then, too. But later on this afternoon, here's a look at where your feels like temperatures could be. So notice the relief along the immediate shoreline where it's in the 80s, but you head inland, Hartford, Enfield, feeling like those low 90s. And then tomorrow is going to be quite the hot day with feels like temperatures exceeding 100 in the early afternoon hours, and then some storms coming in beyond that. So the heat risk map for today, we're moderate levels. It's okay, minor along the southeastern shoreline. Tomorrow, though, we start to mix in some major issues. This is on your Friday, and then big time relief coming in on Saturday. So we just have to get there. It's just going to take some active weather to get through until then. Now, going forward, so it's warm today, tomorrow, and to start next week, but it's beyond that, say day 6 through 10. So the last couple days of July and the beginning of August, that we're getting some signals that we could see some cooler than average temperatures. And that continues even into the 8 to 14 day outlook, which would be the first week of August. So below average by that point in time would still be the 80s. It's just how much cooler, how much lower will those temperatures go below the typical average? Either way, it looks like no extreme heat to start August, which is some great news there. The severe weather threat for tomorrow, though, right now we're at a level 1. This could get upgraded to a level 2 for parts of southern New England. It's all going to depend on, the exact timing of a cold front and where exactly the highest instability sets up. Either way, the impacts will, of course, this time of year be the frequent lightning, cloud-to-ground lightning. You don't want to be outside for that. Damaging wind gusts is an issue with this, maybe some small hail. And you can't rule out an isolated tornado somewhere in southern New England, but that is not our primary threat. The lightning and the wind gusts certainly are. Quick look at the tropics. There's an area that the National Hurricane Center is watching. If you remember from last week, it was a very similar area. Well, this area of disturbed weather, we'll say, is the same one. So it looped up through Louisiana towards the Carolinas, and now it's back in the Gulf of Mexico. Either way, not expected to get a name or anything like that, but could bring some enhanced rainfall to parts of Texas and Louisiana. If it were to get a name, the next name on the list is Dexter, but as mentioned, that's not likely at this point. As far as our first alert futurecast, though, let's take you through the rest of the day today because it's just fine. I mean, we're not seeing maybe a couple clouds from time to time. Overall, it's a perfect day. Then on your Friday, so tomorrow morning, we will wake up to sunshine. It's going to be very humid. And then throughout the afternoon, that's when we'll be tracking these showers and thunderstorms. Anytime after, say, noon, 1 o'clock is when they'll start to fire up just to the west of Connecticut. And they stick with us 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Some of these could really be on the stronger side. If you remember the scenes that we saw just the other day with some severe weather earlier in the week, that's something that we could possibly see again here locally. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on it. Make sure you have the First Alert Weather app handy. This severe weather sticks with us, at least the chance of it anyway, through 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Clears after sunset, and we'll be setting the stage for a beautiful day on your Saturday. Enjoy Saturday, though, because more storms are expected by Sunday. We've issued that First Alert Weather Day for some strong to severe thunderstorms to end the weekend. So any plans that you have outdoors, it's the summer. A lot of people trying to get outdoors, maybe head to the beach, things like that, camping. Just keep up to date with the trends that we see throughout the next couple of days. Either way, today, your forecast highs, low 90s in the Hartford area, low to mid 80s right along the immediate shoreline, but that heat index, mid 90s. Then for tonight, lows fall back into the 70s, low 70s. It's a warm and muggy overnight with mostly clear skies expected. Your First Alert 7-day forecast, that 94 tomorrow, not so much a record in the Hartford area, but along the shoreline, which we are forecasting 94 there too. So Bridgeport, where the official numbers are kept, that would break a record. But we're watching for some severe thunderstorms in the afternoon. Saturday looks good, 88. A little cooler on Sunday with more clouds and storms. It's also a First Alert Weather Day. And then next week, low 90s for both Monday and on Tuesday. Notice the overnights too, upper 60s and low 70s. There's a look at your shoreline high temperatures over the next 7. As mentioned, that 94, if we reach that in the Bridgeport area, would break a record. Then beyond that, same deal. Saturday looks good. Sunday, some showers and storms. And then notice next week, those 90s, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could maybe be talking about a heat wave. It depends on what happens on Wednesday. Pretty good agreement and good signals that Monday and Tuesday will be hot. But does Wednesday reach 90? Remember, here in Connecticut, we need 3 days of 90 or better to reach that heat wave status. We'll see if we get there. Either way, there is plenty of weather to get through until then. Stay cool today and for tomorrow. And if you haven't downloaded that First Alert Weather app, do so you can check in on any severe weather expected for tomorrow. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for watching.